Git from novice to confident developer. Master Git to work confidently in a team, maintain project history professionally, and excel in technical interviews. In this course, we'll walk through every step together, from your first encounter with version control to confident collaboration in a real development team. You'll understand how Git works under the hood, learn to create meaningful commits, work with branches effectively, resolve merge conflicts with confidence, and use remote repositories professionally. Finally, you'll submit a proper pull request to a real repository, exactly as it's done in professional teams.
Welcome. This course is about moving from I've heard of Git to working confidently in a real development team. Today, Git isn't it optional, it's a mandatory requirement in every developer job listing. It's tested in technical interviews and used to evaluate your professional approach even before your first conversation with an employer. Together, we'll go from your very first Git init to creating a proper pull request in a real repository. Let's begin.
Have you ever named a file Project Final, if2 Final, or been afraid to delete a line of code because I might need it later? Without version control, you work in constant fear of losing important versions or forgetting why you made certain decisions months ago. With Git, you record every step, can return to any point in your project's history, and collaborate with your team without chaos. This isn't just a convenience. It's
If you already write code, in any language, but feel a twinge of panic at the words, merge conflict. If you've used Git, commit but aren't quite sure what's happening behind the scenes. If you're preparing for your first job and know that an empty GitHub profile is a red flag for employers, this course starts from scratch, but doesn't linger there. It takes you right to where real development teams are waiting.
Work confidently with Git in a team. Create meaningful commits. Resolve conflicts without panic. And make pull requests like experienced developers do. Understand popular Git workflows and answer questions about them in technical interviews, honestly and specifically. Most importantly, by the end of the course, you will have a real repository that's been through the full development cycle, from init to release tag. This isn't just a learning project. It's portfolio-ready work.
In the first 3 sections, we'll lay the foundation. We'll start with an honest answer to why, showing you development without Git from an outside perspective. Then we'll set up Git properly. This isn't just boring formalities, because your name will be in every commit forever. Finally, we'll unpack the staging area, a concept many struggle with for years, but which turns your history into a document rather than a junk drawer.
Section 4 will show you how to read project history like a true professional, and why a messy history instantly gives away a beginner. In Section 5, we'll demystify branches. You'll understand that a branch is simply a pointer and stop being afraid of them. In Section 6, we cover the most in-demand interview topic, undoing mistakes. I'll show you a specific scenario where reset hard can damage team collaboration and explain when revert is the only correct choice.
Section 7 will transition you from local to teamwork. We'll set up GitHub and break down the differences between push, pull, and fetch, 3 commands that are most commonly confused. In Section 8, we'll go through the complete workflow: fork, feature branch, pull request, code review, and merge. Exactly how most real-world teams operate. And in Section 9, we'll tackle conflicts. Instead of avoiding them, you'll learn to resolve them clearly and quickly, understanding every marker in the file.
In Section 10, you'll get an honest and detailed answer to which Git workflow have you used. We examine feature branch, Git flow, and trunk-based development with real pros and cons of each. In Section 11, we'll add rebase, stash, and cherry pick, tools that separate a confident developer from someone who only knows the basics. And for the final project, A complete team development cycle from first commit to release tag, resulting in a real repository for your portfolio.
Here are some tips to make your learning more effective. First, open your terminal while watching. Git is learned by doing, not just watching. Second, pause the video and type out each command yourself rather than copying. Third, if something breaks, that's excellent. Mistakes in a safe learning environment are truly the best teachers. Fourth, after each section, return to your practice repository and apply what you've learned right away. Immediate practice is the key to genuine learning.